It's nice when you make $5,000 in a day. And it's nice when you're up 33 bucks when you buy Bitcoin on the low. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I thank you so much. You know, interesting enough, you guys are so funny. Those comments are going to make me cry, man. From a father to a father, thank you for showing us the ropes and passing on your knowledge. No one works as hard, and no one cares more for the community. Lifer family, hit that like button. Thank you so much for saying that, man. You're the man. Much appreciated to you and yours. The comments are amazing. Let's get into this. Let's break it down. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time as we roll into the zone here. What happened to this? What? Hold on 1 second here. 1 segundo. This ain't right. I had this with, oh yeah, sorry. About to say, I was like, I had this all ready to go. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate each and every one of you. Act like you didn't see that, and we can move right on to the next thing. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Okay, so Bitcoin's in a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Sorry to say. However, when a rising wedge is low on the 15-minute, it tends to break back to the upside, and there looks like there's some cooking action here for Bitcoin. I'm going to show you a few other things we're seeing, and if you were in my trading group, you would have been privy to what has been going down the last few, last few minutes, last few days, depending. 1 second, I wanted to see here. Sync offset. Do we do 1,000 or 150? See if that's gonna help us. Shot. Yeah, check. That's a lot better. Isn't that better? Check. 1 2 1 2. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Now it's a little early. On the move. No. Sync offset. What is a good sync offset number, you think? Anybody know? We'll try 500. Let's see if that's ridiculous. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. That looks pretty good to me. A lot faster than before, but it's still a little off, no? Interesting. Let me see what's up in the comments. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. We're just traveling with a new setup here. Running around. Happy Father's Day, and thank you for your dedication. Setup looks amazing. You look crispy and bright. Happy Father's Day, brother. Much love. Shout out to David Kettle. My God. Yeah, I just want to say the audio is connected to the video, right? You see an audio connected to the video. I'm a little late on my side, but sometimes it could complete what I'm seeing is different than what you're seeing. Low volume. My goodness. No, no, no. That volume is loud as could be. I can't get it any louder. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Wow, it's weird that I can put it pretty loud, though. I shouldn't be able to put it that loud. Barely late and all good. Thank you for saying that. So I want to see if I could just get it one more. No. Oh yeah. I think that's something. Yeah. One thing I want to do. Just bear with me. No. Well, was it? Nah. Forget about it. Let's move on. Okay. Oh, wow. When I got the chat up there in the section, I never had the chat up there doing something different there. That was an old thing we used to do. You guys like the chat up there? I don't know. It kind of covers some information you might want to see. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like gets in the way of my VPVR. You guys can see it anyway. That's why I've never really had it before. I think it's kind of redundant. You guys can see it if you want to see it, you know? I always felt like that was kind of silly to have the chat like that. But again, it is what it is, you know? So, you know, and then another thing about it is it depends. You know, it all depends. Okay, moving forward. Shout out to each and every one of you being here. I appreciate it. Let's get it going. So Bitcoin in a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Also, I want to show you something. If you're in my trading group, we kind of had so many cool things going on. But number one, we call this an Adam and Eve double bottom, if you're in my trading group. And we all know what Adam and Eve double bottoms do. They go up 40% usually from the move here. You could take the length of this area from here to here and gas that up. And look, that's exactly what this Adam and Eve did. It even kind of sprung out a little more to the upside. I take it as head and shoulders, as cup and handles. Shoulder head, kind of an inverted. And you can swing that this way. And this suggests that you will get to the measured move. Almost nailed it. See that? Put a little slant to it. And that's exactly kind of what we did. Sammy coming heady to the upside. And, you know, the way he went through the legs up around the side. Now, can I give him a piece of popcorn and a hot dog? The kid is good. The kid is good. So, I mean, now you're making a bit of an M. See that M? A little double top. And I do see a little bearish divvy. I see two types of bearish divvy. I see wide bearish divvy here. Swing up to swing up. With a swing down to swing down here on the RSI. I also see swing up to swing up here and a swing down here on the RSI. So I see mini and medium bearish divergence. Okay? The beautiful thing is we got above the point of control. 19,000. You know, once we down to 17K, which we predicted we would. How did we know we were going to go to 17K? Well, we made a bit of a flag here. And when we watch this flag, lo and behold, you take the length of your pole, and that's just kind of where you go on the algorithmic move. See, a lot of other traders, I see them like cryptolifer. I was watching him. He's like, you put the measured move like this and you put a he. I like cryptolifer. He's a nice dude, but I don't do the measured move like that. And see, he would have missed a little bit of the move. See, I put the measured move right at the edge of the chart. And look, I would have nailed it, which we did. I called like 17,007. I was off by like $100 or something. And you can attest to everyone in my trading group. And we nailed that to the bottom. And I had buys at 17,500. I did not get my buy hit. It went to 17,588. I'm a little upset about that. I got my 18,000, but my 17,500 buy did not get hit. Can you believe that? It went to 17,588. And I should have had like 17,600 just for a buffer, knowing the psychological support may have not been hitting. But I kind of kicked myself. It was a very annoying feeling. I bought a little bit on the low, but not like the big order that I had waiting. Did anyone else miss 17.5? Put your hand up if you missed 17.5. Put the lemon in the water, everybody. Put the lemon in the water, and that gives you alkaline moves. Yeah, I know I got big traps. I know you're looking at my shoulders. I know you like them. I know you want to, you want to massage them. You want to hold them. You want to touch them. You can't do that. You can't touch the lifer. You can look at the lifer. You can't touch the lifer. Okay. Okay. Have some lemon water and get yourself hydrated for the rest of the show. It's going to be a long show. hunker on in, get yourself strapped in, and let's get it going. Nothing like well water. Right out of the well, boy. Aye. Then, did you think and grow rich today? Did you think and grow rich today? I'm wondering. Did you put your mindset to think and grow rich to change your life? Did you grind? Today, what did I do? Well, I drove. I took down my studio, then built an entire studio ready to go. If you're in the Discord, you know what's going down. But, you know, should we show them what we do here in the Discord, how the lifer gets down? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you all. I love you all. So check it out. You got to grind in this world to make it. And I love hitting this constant, you know, never missing a show. But to never miss a show isn't easy. There's a lifestyle to never missing a show. Like, first of all, I have to break down initial things. Take the screens down. Take the green screen with me. Get everything ready. Take all the lighting if I want to take lighting. Get all the equipment. I even took my Rodecaster Pro. You can see the mixer coming with me. I said, that's it. The mixer's coming with me. Then you look and you're like, here's my show. Like, this is it. Like, I got to build. I got to get there and I got to build. After a long drive, barely any sleep, exhausted, it's time to build. And it's time to get the show ready, because if you don't build, the show ain't going on, baby. There is no show, so there we are, building it up. And I don't have an assistant, it's just me and the lifer. Me and the lifer. Yes, I referred to myself in the third person. Because I'm Sam Price, but I'm also the lifer, man. You know, moved a bench, you know, decided to change the room around. My mom wasn't that happy about it, but it is what it is, you know. I take over all positions. She was like, oh, you're moving things. Yes, I am. And there's my little setup. This is where I'm sitting right now, getting it in with the nice little light behind me, but it's getting dark there, 8 p.m. But that's what you got to do to grind. And then, look, I saw Bitcoin earlier today as I was driving, but I said, man, this is about to break out. See, look, it was in a bullish pennant, and the measured move of the bullish pennant. Let me break it down for you, why I believe Bitcoin was going to go to the upside. Let me show you what I saw here. So I saw this pennant right here. See? Your measured move is the length of the pole here, right? And you got yourself a flag. You put that right there, and it basically said that Bitcoin was about to go to about 21,000 area. We scraped the 20,800. Yeah, 20,800 was where we would scrape. I do see some bearish divvy right now. We're going to have to fight through that. We'll see what happens. We are in a rising wedge as well. So here's the deal. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you exactly how I would play this. Then you're going to have to assess the situation yourself. The good thing is we also talked about this point of control, and we broke it down at 19,000. We said if we break above it, look for a bounce off the point of control. I made an entire video about this, explaining exactly what to do. I said if this went down here, we would retrace the buy. We would hit the retest for the bearish move. I said, or we're going to get a bullish move off the point of control of the VRVP, which is the visible range volume profile. All right, I used to call it the VPVR. I think everyone else does. But to me, it's called the VRVP, right? The visible range volume profile. So it's not the visual profile volume range, but I guess you could say whatever you want. 20,000 holding for Bitcoin at 15-minute time frame. We did bounce up the point of control. What is a point of control? It's an area where there's a lot of buying and selling. You can see there's more buying and selling here. Also, if Bitcoin can break through this, it rolls like a ball to the upside. And we got through it and we rolled like a ball. Bitcoin bouncing from 17,000 all the way up to 20K. I mean, that's like a $2,500 move on 17,000. And now Bitcoin's going to start moving bigger than it used to. You know, and that's the interesting thing about all this, about the Bitcoin moves that are coming ahead of us now, you know. Okay. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump on into the chat. What are you doing? What are you doing? Happy Father's Day to all the beautiful lifer fathers out there and the fathers. If you're not a lifer yet, I heard someone say, wait, there's a Discord. Yes, there is a Discord. Why don't you jump on into that Discord right away? Seemed excited. So if you're excited about the Discord, if you're excited about the show, if you like the vibes, then you would love the Discord. Jump on into the Discord and get excited. Change your life forever. I will work so hard. Look, I will not miss a day. You can tell I'm not missing a day. Look how much I went through not to miss this stream. Okay? Father's Day to each and every father here. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much, Grace Protocol. People were missing you, Grace. People are like, where's Grace? I haven't seen Grace. Does anyone know where Grace is? Lifer, I think we found something, but would have loved your thoughts on it. Massive falling wedge pattern on PYR BTC was hidden in regular bullish divergence, starting to find a support and resistance. Shout out to Lane Hughes. We'll take a look at it. Discord is lit. So much value in there. Nice. Yeah. Amazing times to be alive. Amazing times to be alive. Oh, and we could. Oh, yeah. Hold on one second. Let me see something here. Let me see here if I can change the level here. A little more gain. Come on down. Now, a little too much gain there. Yeah, you don't want that much gain. A little gain on the voice never hurt nobody, boy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Interesting. Funny, man. Check. 1 2 1 2. Check. Ooh, hold up. There we go. I was about to say, I don't see the level. Wait. Can you hear me? Check. Now I'm like, we're losing the level. Oh, yeah, okay. That's why. All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a beautiful level to me right there. Beautiful level. Okay. Miss you all as well. Took time to grind out and see what time frame is my sweet spot. Back tested a lot. And the 6 hour and the 12 hour together when ready is the sweet spot. Back to 16K. You never know, everybody. I don't say things like that. We don't know what's going to happen to Bitcoin. We just look at it with the 1 hour and the 15-minute low as Lifer suggests when entering a trade. Shout out to Grace Protocol on the low. Yeah, you do a lot of back testing. You'll find a lot of the things I found to be true because I back tested them to tell you. Want to make sure I wasn't blowing no smoke. So look, 15-minute wants to reset and bounce to the upside. That's a beautiful thing. I call these slanted cup and handies. So look, we nailed this. We called this bull pennant around 11 this morning. That broke to the upside. If you were in my group, you would have seen that, nailed it. People would have, we would have worked together as a group and a team and kind of figured out our TA. Now, the measured move of this rising wedge is all the way down to the back area here, back down here. That is the measured move, 17,500. So, just don't get too excited. We're expecting a bounce off the 50-minute here to the upside. So I'm expecting a bounce here off of Bitcoin out of this. I call these what are called ascending cup and handles, like they're moving to the upside, right? And, or you could just call them flags, but you can see that they have the cup and handle inside of them. Most people wouldn't see them as such. Now, this could break us out. This would be a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame suggests that we're not really going to get out of this, that we want to dump to the downside. I would be careful. All we need, though, is a bounce off the point of control. You're looking for a bounce right here off this hardcore zone here. That's what we need. 19,100, 19,000 area. We are looking for a bounce in this box. You can call it a zone. It doesn't have. It's never an actual area, like an exact area. It's a bit of a zonage, But that's something we are definitely looking at here. A bounce off this area, and you can see it's previous support and resistance. Bounce, resistance, bounce. So that's where we've had, some contractual issues for Bitcoin. People have liked to get in and out of contracts there, is what I'm saying. And it's funny, even if you look at it this way, it is an Adam and Eve, but you can also even almost cup and, put it in a cup and put it in a handle. And semi cup and handy, by golly, GMI, the thing broke all the way to the upside. And the thing is, the weirdest thing about the cup and handle is it seems to hit the exact target. So whether it's a cup and handle or whether it's the shape I'm using and I'm just able to figure out the algorithmic length and zone, bang, bang, bang. And what I see a lot of times are just triple cup and handles. See, like this was a cup and handle too. So you had one cup and handle, two cup and handles. Can you make a third to the upside? And that's kind of how you break out. Like, isn't that insane? And that's also pattern movement. So you short the rising wedge, you hit the falling wedge. You short the rising wedge, you hit the falling wedge. And so on and so forth. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you can see that we're at a huge level of support and resistance here. That's actually going to kind of, it's going to make or break us for Bitcoin here. So let's take a look at this level and why it's such a big deal. So here, let's look at how many times we've kind of entered the realm here. We bounced, we fell through, we bounced, we fell through, we got rejected, came up, but got rejected, fell through. Point of control, clearly, right? 20,500 area. Yeah, so 20,500 is going to be like the line that like either we hold or we get beat to the ground and get rejected from. We hold, there's some chance we get to 21,000 and move, and my thumbnail gets funny, right? Are we going to 21K? And that's what everybody wants to know. That's the question that is on everybody's mind. Are we going to 21,000? Are we going to 25? And are we going to ever make it back to 30K again? Is this the beginning of the end, or is this the beginning of the beginning? And nobody truly knows. I'll tell you that. And I hang on for dear life and just keep buying Bitcoin whenever there's a nasty, nasty day. I'll tell you what, let's look at that crypto fear and greed index. That's what we're going to want to look at here. These are imported from my computer. I hope we got everything. They better have everything that I needed before. We don't have to look at the Dow futures because it's Juneteenth. Moment of silence for Juneteenth. All the people that got out of slavery. Moment of silence for Juneteenth. May all men be free. May everyone know what it's like to be free. And actually, that's why we start this channel. As free as people think they are, we are not. The banking system has us enslaved. This was at a 6 yesterday. I had to buy more at 6. There was no way you couldn't buy more BTC when it hit a 6. The 6 is probably the bottom. Whenever I've seen 6, that is the bottom. This indicator has been very spot on for like 4, 5, 6. I've never even seen a 6. That is the lowest I've ever seen this indicator in my entire life. Absolutely absurd. That's absurdity. Super Chats book map 20 to 15K. Yeah. And I need to download Bookmap on this computer. We're going to get Bookmap up tomorrow. I got to work on my Bookmap now and get it up. Freedom is everyone's right. Love us, yep. EJ Bear. It hit 5 once. I've never seen it lower than a 7 or an 8, really. That's insane. So crypto fair and green index back to not. People thinking it's a little better. I mean, the fact that we broke back above 50K is beautiful. This, and we're double bottoming right now. Look at that. It's a clear W right there on the 15-minute. So the 15-minute suggests you can break to the upside. Let's watch the 50-minute and see what it does. This is the only time frame you really need to watch because this is going to either break us or go sideways and do a Bart Simpson to the downside. We are at this big boy resistance. I'd love to see us break through it, I'd love to see us break through it. But this is what we're looking at here for Bitcoin, okay? Bit of an emerging cup and handle. And the measured move is 21,486, basically right below the psychological support at 21,500. So if the 15-minute can break above this and break to the upside, okay, come back down for support and bounce, then we are in the money. But if it cannot and get rejected here, or if we get a breakout, fake out, we could be getting this too, a bull trap, and then right back to the downside. A lot likely we will see a bit of a bull trap setting up nicely, and even if we do, it's okay. It's not a big deal because that could be a nice giant double bottom here off of the 17,500 bottom. 17.5 would be a beautiful bottom for Bitcoin. Nobody said 17.5. I never really heard it. It got tossed around. It's definitely where I kind of stringed some orders in, but no one really said 17.5. I'm going to buy 17.5 guaranteed, Everyone, I also have a beautiful story for you today. Who wants to hear the story? Do you want to hear the story or do you want to hear more Bitcoin updates and stuff? I also want to show you some charts. I have 2 indicators to show you that may indicate that we are at the bottom. 2 indicators that have been extremely accurate in the past for Bitcoin that suggests we are at the bottom. I had to do a bunch of hard work to get these indicators. I had to find old men in the tops of mountains that would sit with me for hours to teach me the way of the world. If that sounds fun to you, let's get it in. Let's also look at Bitcoin just arbitrarily fresh on a new chart like the Bitcoin USD chart. I like to delete everything and just look at BTC. Now remember, if you remember correctly, this 1 hour had strong bullish divergence that I did point out, and I said it's likely we do get a bounce off the bullish divergence, right? Boom, boom. Now, rising wedge, right? Now, the 1 hour wants to dump on you. You're going to bounce here, here, or here. Most likely, you come to the bottom of the pattern. That's just what happens in these patterns. Make a giant double bottom, possibly. You did a beautiful double bottom here. Adam and Eve, like we were talking about, another one there. But you are starting to break to the downside for BTC, okay? And you got rejected by this point of control at 20,500. Pretty simply, nasty rejection by 25, okay? But like I showed you before, the 15-minute could fight you through. And you're trying to see if you can hold this support here that you got. Look, resistance, bounce. Can you bounce? This is kind of the line in the sand here for BTC. You keep going, you're going to drop to the downside. Here's your next point to stop at is 19,100. Very simply, you're going to drop for about 1,000. 15-minute could just continue to dump. You do have the bearish divergence like we talked about. Likely you will dump to the downside. This pattern does dump 68% of the time. So you have bearish divergence, the pattern dumps 68% of the time, and all you have is a Hail Mary in the 15. it's most likely the 1 hour takes over and takes you to the downside. How far down you go, and you're at a point of control that you're getting reversed from. I mean, all these things add up, right? All these things add up. All right. I got on 100 different, I have 5 different looks for you, but that's why I'm just trying to show you. So you have like 100% confidence in what you're looking at. Picture and sound good, but sound and picture out of sync ever so slightly. A Dingo ate my Satoshis, mentioned it too. Yeah, I'm trying to find the off sync. I'm trying to find it. Let's see here. It's going to be something. Let's see. What if I do no offset at all? Let's see. What does it do here? Check. 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. That looks pretty good. Yo. Yo. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Here's no offset at all. Maybe there's no check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Dingo, if you're there, I need you to check it. If you can talk about it, you got to check it with me. Looks pretty money now, right? I took away any of it. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Bada boom. Let me teach you guys how to do that. If you're using Streamlabs OBS, because everyone's going to do this one day. We're all going to be streamers. So go here and do your properties, all right? Because I love to teach. Anything I know, I want to spread the knowledge. So look, if you go to sync offset, this was at like a 500. Look at that. And now look, once I put it to 500, look, yo, yeah, yeah, check, 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 yo. Might do. What if I put it to what if I put it to like 5,000? Yo, yeah, yeah. Now it's like, see. So now I put it to 0. It seems good. All right. And then performance mode is supposed to help too, because it's supposed to just stop me from having to see anything, you know. But we'll see. Also, the camera's having some issues. I think it was the cord. Sometimes it's all about the cord, man. Too many cords in the way. I do have the second camera. We could bust it out. I had it going. It's right behind me over here. It was awesome too, because I had like this awesome sick angle. It was like such a sick angle, and I had it all focused down here and everything. I'll get it up for tomorrow night possibly, but it was awesome. I was working on it all day. It's going to print the login names of who did it with this update. Put in some echo. You want some echo? Nah. Nope, too far. I'm confused. If the whales manipulate the market and there's in patterns, why do they stick to patterns when manipulating it, knowing? Because nobody sees the patterns like me, dude. It's very rare someone would see these like this. Like, and most people aren't as obsessed. Like, most people slip and they can't stay on it. They're not going to remember they just don't remember all the stuff. You know, but we do this like every 5 hours without miss. Like, I'm looking at Bitcoin every 5 hours. Like, I fall asleep, wake up, do it again, constantly, you know. So, yeah, most people aren't going to see these things like we see them. That's why. Get them synced with a clap. Look pretty good to me, right? What do you guys think? That looked pretty good to me on my end. But my end, you never know, you know. I'm from outer space. I'm out of space, like your stomach when you eat too much. Looking good in the clap. Woo! Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. How many people we got on the live? I haven't taken a look here. Can we get the watch up to the likers and all that fun stuff? You know what I'm saying? 552 people, 292 likes. Unbelievable. On a Saturday, oh no, we got to do the weekly close. What am I doing? I forgot it was Sunday just because Bitcoin's been so crazy. I mean, the dumpage is happening now. 20,500. Looks like we're about to lose a range. We're losing the point of control. Rejection from the point of control. Let me take a look at my short. I don't have a short open. It's just the coin that I like, my go-to. I mean, it's starting to bump, but you have a point of control. It gets above this. I mean, that's going to blast off. So I like to look at these things fresh. Look, you had your double top. Obvious M to get out. Rather short, right? Look how beautiful things are. Like, trade the M's, get into the falling wedges. And see, you have a 68% chance that the short's going to play out against the long. You get what I'm saying? So what happens is everyone gets into Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin going? What's it going to do? Oh my God. Ah. And they look at one chart. Then they look at another chart. They talk to one group. They're in 5 different groups. They're looking at LE wave traders. Looking at, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? At the end of the day, like, you could throw all that hogwash away, and you could just say, dude, when I see falling wedges, I trade them to the upside. You know, look at this Fibonacci bouncing on the 0.5 fib. You might get a little lower to this 0.618. Maybe contend with this region here for a secondary bounce. There's a chance Bitcoin pumps up a little bit. That's the fake out breakout. So that will, if you flip this back upside down, that's Bitcoin. So weird. It does that now. It took over my, yeah. And then it still flips the chart too, which is annoying. But that's Bitcoin. That could break to the downside. You see? Interesting. Aha. Right? Very interesting. So yeah, I got to take that keyboard shortcut away. It like steals the shortcut from TradingView, which is so weird. Only on the laptop though. Only on the laptop. Can you spit it? No, I can't. Not never gonna happen. Pretty sure MMM looking at liquidity to steal non-parties. Yeah. No. Even the exchange uses partners, which is heuristic AI, which induce an emotion to trap the most amount of liquidity. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to trap you in there. So this short is dealing with a point of control. So this is the deal. You don't have to make a move until you get above it. Take a retest, and that's when the short's going to explode. That'll be the bearish retest for Bitcoin as it breaks down from the falling wedge to the downside. So can the 50-minute save the day? That's what we're hoping for here at this level at 20,000. Can 20,100 hold to the upside? Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. I mean, we got a little bit of hidden bearish, hidden bullish, because this is a sharp swing to the upside here, right? If I take my moving averages away, and I got two VIP, I got two of them over here. But if I take the moving averages away, and you look at this zone here, right? You can see that swing up to swing up. This is swing down to swing down. And that is hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin, you know? And that tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. The 50-minute should play out and give you a bit of a bounce. Then you'll get rejected, and then the short can play out. So I would swing trade the 50-minute to the upside for an hour to two, get a little bit of a gains back to the rejection at 25, up a little bit more, and then bang, you know, take the short back to the downside on the 1 hour time frame. It kind of looks like what's going to happen. The 4 hour will also push. The 4 hours beginning the short too. If you just start the 4 hour short with a bigger range, still you know, like another idea is, and again, you do whatever makes you happy. Another idea I have is you just start a short right now without a doubt, right? And you just find at the bigger point of control up here, like this zone here, yeah, and you stay above that point of control, 4.4% stop loss, and nail it all the way back down, right? Now, 4 to 6 doesn't work for me. It'd have to be something more like this, but, you know, point of the story is I believe that you could open up a short on a bigger time frame now and hide behind a bigger stop loss area, or try to be slick and trade the 15-minute quickly. But again, it may not play in your favor. We're starting to dump here now. Actually, we're getting a little bit of a turn. I'm seeing bearish, and again, the bearish at the end of the day, we saw bearish divergence on the 15-minute, and it's even getting labeled by my indicator, the indicator stochastic RSI with divs, and it's showing you it's showing you right here. So you got bearish divvy for Bitcoin on the 15. 4 hours bearish, 1 hour's bearish. The daily's just getting started, but look, it's curving back to the downside. You know, yeah, we had our move. Look at that massive daily candle. It is a bullish engulfing candle. You can put this whole candle inside of that candle, a bullish engulfing candle. Pretty interesting. Let's go take a look at that all-time history index. See, my parents are home. I don't know how this is going to be, but here it goes. Are you ready? My mom and dad are 74 and 75, 73 and 75. I'm about to scream at the top of my lungs. They're going to have no idea what's going on. My dad is deaf. Let's see if he can pick up on what I'm about to do. This is about to be insane. I'm going to have to keep one ear open so I can see what my parents do when I do this. I don't think they know that I do this, right? And I can't not do it just because they're here. So we have to do it. So here we go, everybody. And I think that's why we have 600 people here. Everyone's getting ready for Bitcoin and the weekly. Bitcoin and the weekly. Bitcoin. Danny, cue the music. We got to make this one hot. Bitcoin and the weekly. Candle close. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin in the weekly candle, shall we? Let's take a look at what she did. What happened to Bitcoin on this weekly? Every single week on Sunday night at 8 p.m., I bring you Bitcoin in the weekly candle closing. We break down Bitcoin weekly candle. Super important. So it's a different type of day than Monday through Wednesday and Friday when we're like scalping, we're going through coins, we're just mashing it up. Spend a little more time on Bitcoin in the weekly. So let's take a look at the candle here. Here you can see OHLNC. If you didn't know, that's the open, high, low, and close. We're going to look at that right now. We're going to park on the candle. Bitcoin opened at 26,546. Okay. The high was 26,849. The low was 17,585. And it closed at 20,598 cents, down $6,000. A 22% beat down on the week. One of the bigger losses I've ever seen for Bitcoin in its life cycle. And you can see these two big point of controls now for Bitcoin right here and right here. We're not bullish unless we get back above 30K and back above 39,000. These are the two areas we're going to have to deal with. We do have a little bit of a level here and maybe a possible two bounce areas here at the 18,000 and the $19,000 area. Can we hold? And there's Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. You be good commentating a soccer game. Go! Got my dog curious and perked up. Haha. Every time you hold that note, she wants to know more. Thank you for showing up every day. I don't know where I would be without you. Shout out to Vitality B, man. I love you, brother. Thank you for showing up every day. I can't believe we have 588 people on the live, 340 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shout out to all my moderators in the house. Dustin, let's go through the mod squad here. Grace Protocol, Dingo 8 Masatoshi, the #1 mod. First guy to comment on every single video. It's very rare he is not. Gina Bombina in the house on the Sunday night. Shout out to Gina. Thank you for jumping on in. Dustin Cava, always holding me down, always being an amazing man. Appreciate you, Dustin. And wow, Grace Protocol in the house. We got Zero Allegiance, Stack McChange, Calder Ronster, KC in the game, East Jordan, Love Learning, and everybody else. Anku Kutsi Bootsy, my man. Thank you for jumping on in. And Crypto Wifer, my baby, my lady. There's the wifer, baby. My wifer is so funny because she's not in the house to see her from around the world. Shout out to the Crypto Wifer. I love you, baby. Mwah. Everybody give Crypto Wifer a big hug. Tell her you love her. Let's see how many people can say, we love you, Crypto Wifer. We love you. I want to see 30 people at least wish her a big old hug. Give her a peace sign. Give her a heart. Thumbs up. Give her some love, baby. Give her some love. Shout out to the Crypto Wifer. She's the reason this thing works as well as it does. She does all the customer service. She reaches out. She makes sure everybody is happy. My love does everything she can, man. Shout out to the Crypto Wifer. We love you, Crypto Wifer. We love you. And there's Bitcoin in the weekly candle. Let's take a look at Bitcoin in the weekly and see if we see weekly support or resistance. What's happening? What's going down? So you can see there's a lot of buy orders here, down here. 10,000, 11,000. Wow. Even some people think they could get it at $900, 4,000 bucks. That's crazy. But that's actually the weekly, you know, where we had a lot of orders at that time. All right. Now, we still haven't completed this wick. I mean, that was a nasty wick down to 17,000. Unbelievable. And we called it. I mean, and honestly, I'll just keep calling it. Every time I see a bear flag, I'll call another one, and we'll just keep calling it. You know, we broke the previous all-time high. We're back above it, though. We just hit it on a capitulation wick, which a lot of people said we would. Do we go to 13K? Do we go to 12K? I don't know, honestly. Everyone wants to look me dead in the face and say, where are we going? Where's the bottom? Cryptolifer, I know you know exactly where the bottom is. And I say, you know what? I don't know where the bottom is. But what I do say is every time the 2-week chart has been this low on the stochastics RSI, like here, right here, anywhere in the zone, right here, and now right here, and the crypto fear and greed index is below a 10, I buy as much Bitcoin as I can. I'll tell you that. Because you know how many times it's happened to me like maybe 8 or 9 times I've seen this happen when I've been in a zone where you could just tell it's a bottom and the whole world's crying. And of those 8 or 9 times, like 6 of them I bought. 3 of them I did not. And the first time was whatever. The second time it hurt really bad. I was like, man, I cannot believe I did not buy right now. Like, what was I thinking? It was horrible, absolutely horrible. So I was like, this is garbage. And so now when I see it, I am forced to buy right here. I am forced to buy. I did have a $17,005 order. I am so upset. Did not hold. It did not hit. I'm just like freaking out by it. I'm like, come on. But you can see here, I have a bunch of orders stacked throughout the zonage. Throughout the zonage here, you know, I got an order stacked here at 12,005, an order at 10,000, an order at 7,000. You know what I'm saying? Just tons. And I even, this Bitcoin order is down for, look, $5,000 for Bitcoin at 21,900. I don't mind, man. I'll just keep buying BTC. 499 there at 9. I bought a lot. Look, I've been buying Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin. And I'll continue to buy Bitcoin and set my orders and spread my wings. I won't go all in. I used to go all in. Sam, you called 17K on ATB. I'm feverishly looking for the clip. Grab it up, man. Grab it up. Equation for the cost of mining. I know you have. I know you saw it too. More dumpage coming this week. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. This does look like we could double top on a bigger time frame here. We could double top like this. All right. We're going to jump on into the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. That's something you want to look at every time you look at crypto. That's total DeFi taking a beat down too. Total is the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency. Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. We dumped to the downside. We called this dump. Said we would get to this area at about 758, and we went so close to my target. How do we know? Because head and shoulders break down 68% of the time. Honestly, the last week, I've never seen TA so clear. I've never seen it so clear. Like, it just made so much sense to me. The technical analysis just has made, I've just been like, you do exactly what you're supposed to do and nothing else. It's just like blind fury, man. You know, you just do it. Look, shoulder, head, shoulder. So you would play this to the upside because that's an inverted. There's nothing else you do. Okay, so now look what you were doing here. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time to either here or here. That's what you do. You trade this short. There's nothing else you can do. You just take the probabilities the way you're supposed to take them. And instead of getting faked out, you just do it. Yeah, it was 17,592 when Sam called it. I bought it at 17,860. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Kristen. Amazing. Put that in the testimonial. That's insanity. Did we call the bottom? Did we absolutely call the bottom? I don't know if we did. Who knows? This will. Trying to fire up this other, you know. Oh, there it is. You can just see the boardage and just kind of like what's going down. It's kind of, you can see the mixer a little bit. I think that's cool, man. I like the tech part of the whole thing, you know? All right, anyway, let's keep it moving. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping in. Bitcoin moving down. Yep, we believe it will. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time, man. So where are we going to go? Well, we're going to look for, I mean, we're breaking a huge point of control. We needed to get above that. If we don't now, we have to look for a double bottom. So you're going to look for this level here, 834. We're also going to be looking here at 780, and we're going to be looking back down where this all began at the $761 billion range. All right, so breaking news, Solana-based protocol Solend was voted to temporarily control the largest whales account to mitigate liquidation risks. Thank you for the 394 likes, 624 lifers from around the world. Just one click helps your lifer community. 600, yeah, everyone, you know, the weekly close was our little secret. We had a big live stream during the week, but our weekend, you know, we're kind of quiet little private little live streams. They're blowing up now. People are loving these. I guess people are finding them around the world, and it doesn't matter, you know, because it's somewhere, it's 4 o'clock somewhere around the world. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, hold tight. That 15-minute is extremely oversold. You're going to couple that with your 7-minute. We're going to go take a look at the 7-minute time frame and see how it's holding up here for Bitcoin. But you are still in this wedge. Okay? Let's take a look at our 7-minute time frame. Beat to the ground says you will get a bounce here despite what I'm seeing. We're trying to hold this level here very drastically. 20K wants to hold so bad. 7-minute, 15-minute, they all are so oversold. They're trying to hold it. They're trying to hold it desperately right now. The way they are, I've seen a bounce from these levels many times in my life. So there is the bearish divergence. Can it get the FOD? Can we get the bounce? The 15, and that's why I watch the 50-minute. However, look at that though. Like a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder on the stochastic RSI. Rising wedge on the RSI, right? MACD extended, and you're done, and you're cooked at resistance. So even if the 50-minute does throw a Hail Mary, however, I've seen all the wrong things. I've seen all the right things for a short on the 1 hour, and I'm like, definitely, definitely. And then I've seen the 50-minute throw a Hail Mary. So that's why I wait for the 50-minute to reset, and I don't open shorts normally, unless it's like once in a blue, I do something, but you know, and that's why you don't want to do things that are once in a blue, because that'll be the one time you just get banged out. I just like my probability. So I like the short tonight. Personally, I believe Bitcoin will go down. The 1 hour suggests you will. So does the 4 hour. When the 1 hour and the 4 hour high, you have to know that it's most likely you're going to take a dump. You're also in a rising wedge. You got a lot, and you're at resistance with that high volume node. Like we've gone over it 100 times. Anyway, the thing about it is we've done it on like 5 different charts, right? I may have confused you, but I like to have like multiple options when I'm trading. I don't go all, I'm not like, oh, it's this, guaranteed this. It's always like, you know, it's a few things over here. Funny. Now, we even called this breakout of this channel to the upside here. Remember this? Because we said when we were here, we called an inverted head and shoulder right here. And we said, could we be making the right shoulder? And we have it, actually. We have this in the Discord. Because you'd be like, no. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty prolific with the projections. We've been doing projections for a long time. Here's the projection on the bigger time frame, too. This projection is the bigger one. Like the 17K break back down. Can we get back up into these areas, you know, into 1.1 trillion? Same idea that we did on the other projection theory. I'm going to go dig out that projection for you, though, because it's important to see stuff like this so you can kind of understand how we trade and what goes on, all right? See levels to watch. Are we going to make that right shoulder bounce back to the upside, break through 19K, and get to the $20,000 region? Suggested we could bounce and break out, but we had to get through this point of control here for the bounce area. So we were looking at this, and I said, it suggests that we'll make the right shoulder, come on out, and then break up to the upside. And you can see what happened to Bitcoin if we find the right, yeah. So, and we add this on the 15. Yeah, so look, this is where we were at. Where's the projection? Look, there's the projection. Here's where we were at. Let me get them together. Wait, no, let me do them right. Yeah, look, it's kind of cool. We can like make them almost match, right? Oh, that's crazy. Look. And so I'm suggesting, you know, the 50-minute could break us out, but it's more likely we'll dump back down and make this, you know, and it's like, and you're always kind of working the idea. And then you play it out, and it made the right shoulder just as we suggested, which, you know, and you're not going to be perfect, right? A projection is a projection. It's an outline, you know, so don't hold me till, oh, you didn't have the exact moment in time that it went, you know, come on. Then you have the shoulder, head, and shoulder here, right? But then you know that should break to the upside because it's an inverted head and shoulder. And the measured move of that, and this is just simple technical analysis, but you take the neckline to the head and pop it out to where, you pop it out to where the shoulder hits, and that's where you should be going, and that's exactly where you went. You know, you almost smidged in, but if you slanted this the right way, and look, they're like pretty basically spot on. So all you had to do was trust your TA yet again. There was cup and handles in here too. There was other things going on. We played those. We did it all. But there was so many indications that gave us this trade back from 17K. And also you had this strong divergence on the 15-minute. Very strong bullish divergence here. See? You have a sharp swing down. From here to here, swing down. But here it's not. It's swinging to the upside. And that suggests that that's your bottom. You should get a bounce to the upside. And you did get a bottom and a bounce to the upside. So I don't know what to tell everybody. I slept my limit orders. This was all pretty clear to me. But again, it's technical analysis that plays out for you. It's how you look at it. You always set a plan. You project it into the future. If your future plan plays out, then it's pretty spot on. You know what's going on. You know, like, I think Johnny's going to put on a blue hat, turn a right corner, and get in a red car. And, like, he puts on a blue hat, he turns the right corner, hey, he gets in a red car. You know what I'm saying? It's a horrible analogy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I suggested we would make this right shoulder. When I see the right shoulder get made, now I'm suggesting that it's an inverted head and shoulder because I already suggested it was before it was. And, again, I'm not always right, and you won't always be right. But I guarantee if you project constantly, you'll be a step ahead of 90% of all the other traders out there. No one will be able to touch you. You'll be in an elite class by yourself. No one will be able to touch you and do what you do on the charts. You'll be in another realm, another zone. Like, you'll just be on another level. Like, it'll be just, and every time you gain another edge, every time you gain another projection, every time you keep it moving. So look, we lose point of control of 20K region, right? But like I showed you before, we're getting oversold in the 15. And like I'm expecting a bounce here. As everyone's getting scared, I am expecting a bounce on the smaller time frame. Everyone's freaking out, but I'm expecting a bounce on the smaller time frame. 15-minute and the 7-minute are the time frames you should be looking at so you don't get emotional. If you're looking at the other time frames, you won't be able to see what's going on. You'll freak out. These time frames are like someone, like the bit macro thing is someone fell over the water. You can't really see what's happening, but the guys right there are throwing things into the rope, throwing ropes and lifesavers and trying to work on the exact thing at the moment, right? I like this guy said 50 predictions, you're going to get one right. It doesn't, no, it's not like that. That's not how it works. You know, we make these predictions constantly over and over again. They constantly come out right. Like we made this out. We made this made out right. Earlier today, like it's not 50 predictions. It's like it's a 70 to 90% of the time, most of these patterns play out over and over again. I shouldn't even, I gotta stop recognizing trolls. But I thought Toby was someone that was in our group. I don't know. Anyway, please be my master. I'm tired of losing money. Join the trading group, man, and jump on in, dude. And we will help you, man. We'll slow you down. We'll get you educated. We'll get you doing what you need to do. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let me delete a bunch of fakers out of the trading group real quick. Always a bunch of people trying to impersonate the lifer. It's annoying, right? But it is what it is. Shout out to all the crypto lifers in the house. Shout out to all my haters and all my fakers. Appreciate y'all for hating, because when you hate, you probably talk about me a little bit. When you talk about me, nah, man, we don't have any haters. Everybody loves us. And you are removed. Every type of name, they put cryptolifer with an A, cryptolifer with an L, cryptolifer, like they do anything they can, you know? So funny, man. Cryptolifer with an L and a fake I. I see so much nonsense. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the trading group. 588. Can we get to 600 people this week? I know we can. 12 more people in the trading group get to 600, man. 12 more people get to 600. That'd be insane. I just won't believe it. I won't believe my eyes when I see 600 people in the trading group. It'll be unbelievable. All right. So you're watching this level for a bounce really easily and simply. And I'll make it nice and simple for you. Because I know you beginners, you want it like spoon-fed, right? Everyone wants it spoon-fed. So here. First thing you do is you go to the daily. Okay? And you set your daily support of resistance. It's so important that you do these things. Get yourself in the pocket. Get yourself in the zone. Setting your daily support of resistance. All right? And you go far for a range here. Areas that you know you're going to contend with at one point, but you may not hit immediately, right? Now you can see we're in the zone. And honestly, see this? I wouldn't be surprised if something like this happens. Just be ready. And if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you two indicators that are going to possibly show us the bottom. You got to stay tuned, though. I'm going to dangle it. You got to give me that retention. But this is, like, scary because we could go right down here. I mean, that's 8K. Don't think 7K can't happen. Don't think 6K can't happen. Don't think 9K can't happen. Don't start listening to people that tell you it's over, that the bottom's in. Nobody knows where the bottom will be. We'll know when certain levels get broken, when support and resistance starts to show, when we start seeing what's going down. But this is very likely here. You're in a downtrend until you show me something different. Until Bitcoin makes a higher high above this node here at about 33,000, 35,000 area, it's bearish. It's bearish as all heck. So this is something that could very well happen. See this? We could start a sideways behavior, dance around, and then dump back to the downside, back to 8,000. And look, there's some support here too. And then we could even bounce off that $14,000 region here. So this is the big boy area. I just want you to show you. And you can even see, look, there's not a lot of, volume profile range there. So, all right. Now let's zoom in to a smaller time frame and keep building our thoughts. 22 hours about to get beat to the ground. Like, for a pump and not to break the previous high, that's very bearish. It's a bearish sign, all right? It is. Like, we got our pump, but it came with a nasty dump first, you know? It's almost like we broke in the pattern. We broke back in again. We could very well just continue to dump yet again, you know? Happy Father's Day. Can we check FRR? Daddy loves a good pump. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping in. Front row, baby, front row. So you're hoping an inverted head and shoulder can break you out. You're holding this divergence on the 22-hour can change the game. But bullish divergence doesn't tend to do the greatest in these massive downtrends. Like, at the final downtrend it does, and then it starts to work a lot better in an uptrend. It can catch the bottoms, but yikes. So here's the deal. I want to see the 22-hour break back above this resistance before it's got to get above 22,500. 22,500 to remain bullish. Like, bulls must take back this area on the bigger time frames. And right now it's getting rejected by the lower time frame at 20,000. All right. So that measured move would take you all the way back down to about 10,000. 22-hour doesn't look good. It's getting overbought. 6 hours getting 6 hour getting overbought as well. Just getting started for a dump. Look, just getting started for a dump. After it tried to get back up, it could not. Like, these are not good signs, my friends. To me, this is it. It's back in the pattern. It broke down back in. It could very well break down again. That's looking very bear flaggy. So these time frames are setting up bearish to me. 4 hour, 6 hour, all these time frames are setting up bearish to me for sure. And then the 1 hour, and as I showed you before, the 1 hour is trying to save our grace with this 15-minute, and that's why I just took you through like the weekly, the daily, like all the way back to where we are, right? And then I've even shown you the 7-minute and the 15. Like, I've given you every single time frame I can for Bitcoin, okay? And I've showed you this is exactly how I would personally trade it. I'm watching this level. If it stays here and the 15-minute gives you some hope, see if it can bounce. But that's likely when the dump occurs eventually. So I'm still more bearish than bullish at the present moment in time, and I could be wrong. We will see from there. All right. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. It's going to tell you if you're going to see a little altcoin moment or it's going to be a dump. And honestly, that looks like it's about to pump back to the upside, which usually means alts are going to get maybe smashed and you'll bounce back into Bitcoin, or, you know, Bitcoin pumps huge. But like, and then you want to juxtapose this on the 4 hour to see where it's at. It's about to dump on the 4 hour. Now, if US tether dominance is in a falling wedge, US tether dominance should look exactly like the upside down version of this. You see? And I bet it does. Let's go look at it. Oh my gosh, a falling wedge on the 4 hour. About to break to the upside, right? So like, can you read the signs on the wall? This is telling you to open a short. And it's likely the short's going to play out to the upside. Very, very likely. Okay? So you do whatever makes you happy. This 4 hour says that a short is the best idea to play. Tether dominance is about, we want to double top on tether dominance. So we want to see it never get higher than this 9.3. But tether dominance starting to skyrocket a little bit. Okay? Daily wants to dump on you. That's a good sign. But we got to get through the 4 hour first. So it says we might have some trouble for Bitcoin first. Double top. Then we could see a bigger dump for tether dominance. Candle Mafia, now my lifers swell. What's up? Shout out to Marky V, man. Gina Bombina is the new sheriff in the chat. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 669 people in the live. Can we get 1,000 people on the Sunday night live stream? Oh my goodness. It's just so weird to visit my parents. I'm with my, because when I started going to visit my parents, my show wasn't that big, you know? Like my parents are downstairs watching a little movie. They're so old. They don't even realize their son's blowing up. Like, they don't really, they're so proud of me, but like, I wanted to do it when they were younger, man. I wish I did it when I was like in my mid-20s. But whatever. As long as it happens when it happens. You know? But like, they're so old, they're just like, they get it, but you know what I mean? You know. Hopenium is dangerous. Yeah. No such thing as a coincidence. You should have 2K. Easy people don't know. We need a daddy pump to 21K. A daddy pump. We need a daddy pump. Father's Day. I hear you, lifer. It's easier if you only learn, for example, bear market shorting in opposed to longing and shorting. Oh. Yeah, it's true. This also hurts my back a lot because I don't have my stand-up desk. But it's cool, man. It's cool to be intimate with my team. So look, Tether Dominance wants a pump of the 4 hour. This is something to watch. It's likely to do it. It looks very nice. Very nice. Hidden bullish divergence and everything too, you know? So if Tether Dominance wants to pump while Bitcoin Dominance wants to dump, it's telling you that Bitcoin's probably likely to take a massive dump to the downside. And Bitcoin's in the rising wedge. I mean, it's all there for you. I'm sorry to break it down. It is what it is. We can, you know, we'll look at it again. But I'm seeing a short for the market again. Let's take a look at the options to short the market. And let's start to kind of zoom out here. And we want to short the 4 hour. I want to short the 4 hour. You do whatever makes you happy. But, you know, like Luna, like Solana. We traded Solana long the other day. It was a nice long. But look, it's now in a rising wedge. It's going to be a nice short, right? Maybe it can double bottom. That's definitely something that we can see here. Okay. So we're going to take a look at Sol 3S here on KuCoin. All right. What do you think of TRX Tron? Tron's all right. I mean, I don't know, you know. So look, we got this pump. We talked about this breakout. Nailed it. Look at that. It went up 224%. That's crazy, right? Sol 3S. We were trading this so many different ways. Look, on June 2nd. I'm putting it out right here, dude. Look, right here. June 2nd. It would have been so paid in the shade. Look, on June 2nd, I have this time stamped. I'm putting out Sol 3S on June 2nd. Look right here. I can click on it and it will take me to the June 2nd at what time even? What time did this get put out? Where's the time? Show me the time. Anyway, Sol 3S. And this was back on June 2nd. It's just crazy. And if you go where Sol 3S was on June 2nd, right here. June 2nd, right around here. Like, come on. Like, the highest it could have been was like even right here. And so tapping in there, had you learned where the 3S token was, started 110% gains from there. My. Anyway, I delete all my old work. Let's take a look at what we see happening now. I mean, it's a broadening wedge kind of in a way. I'm just going to trade this. See, this is a shoulder, bit of a head. I'll show you what I see. And the one guy said, how do they let you know? Because most people would never see this inverted head and shoulder. Most people don't see this, you know. I keep a few to myself every once in a while. Every once in a while, I keep one or two patterns to myself, but it's very rare. Usually, I let the cat out the bag to the whole lifer team. So that makes the right shoulder. It bounces to the upside and makes a beautiful move, right? Off the point of control. If it gets above that point of control, boom, she gone, baby, gone. So you just need Bitcoin to make the dump. I can't stand it. I hit the wrong button and we get that. That's crazy. Got to remove that. Alt-H right here, though. So shorting Solana looks like a beautiful move in the 4 hour to the upside. Nothing's guaranteed. Just, you know. I sniff the money out. And usually when I know where the money is, you know, whatever. You guys will see. I don't have to say anything. My legacy will be in front of me everywhere I go. And people will know. And honestly, when you associate yourself with the lifer, people will know you know what's up. People will know you know what's going down and that you're not a fake person. The second you associate with me, man, everybody knows you're the real deal because people can see what we do here. And everyone's going to be like, oh, the guy that hasn't taken a day off in 507. Oh, that's that YouTuber that hasn't taken one day off. And how many live streams? Oh, you're in that trading group with that guy that... Oh, okay. He's out of his mind? He's completely out of his mind? Yeah, I know that guy. 677. Right when I looked at it, the 77 hit. Tell you, the numbers have been moving for me. I believe we're moving into ethereal space. Bitcoin back under 20K. Yep. I love you guys act like we don't know what's going to go down. And you're like, I mean, we don't know. Nobody knows. But how, like, we make a prediction and then someone will say, I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we saw happening, you know. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, yeah, so it broke the 20K. Break into the downside. That 15 minutes still wants to make you bounce, but we'll see, you know, what can you get? And see how you could say you were still in this pattern and you broke back inside. Does suggest you could just come down here and bounce too. You have another point of control right here at 19,000. It's likely that's where you're headed, you know. We said this at the beginning of the live. It's funny now, and now there it goes. I was hoping the 15-minute could hold, but sometimes there's too much pressure from the bigger time frame. And the 1 hour wants to dump, you're going to dump, see? There you go. And you broke the point of control. You couldn't get above that high volume node. The short is going to take over and start to short the market. I don't like to enter the short right then, though. But again, that was, you know, and that's why I was saying you could just enter the short on the 4 hour time frame. That's what I was going over. Like, you could just play it big boy style and just go for the bigger idea with a high volume node support system, and then, you know, find the next area and just take that short to the downside. A lot of the alt shorts will follow this. Like Phantom 3S will probably follow this. Dot 3S will follow this, you know. Look, they're pumping hard, see? And this isn't a cup and handle that wants to blast on the 4 hour. I've been watching this for a while now. Like, Phantom might go to 5-6 cents, something like crazy. Like, these charts suggest there could be a massive dump for these coins, for the alts. Look at that. At least pattern trade it back to the top of the pattern. Look at this. Which is 60% gains. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and back to up here somewhere. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling anyone what to do and say or what to do with their money, you know. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. I'm just showing you education. I'm showing you how to use things on TradingView, talking about support and resistance and ideas. Sniper from the banter should join the group. I know he should, man. Sheldon should, man. I'm here off work finally. Shout out to Crypto Cash, man. Hope you had a good time running the lakes, running the show, running the store. Thank you for that beautiful message. Yesterday was awesome, very heartfelt, and very warmly taken by all the lifers. So this is pointing to the upside here, and you got this falling wedge breaking up. You also have bullish divergence, so it's likely this will play out to the upside. Very likely, you have a 70% chance that if you trade this Phantom 3S, you're going to make some money. So if you can stick with it and hang out, again, nothing's guaranteed. You're going to have to figure out for your own trading style, fit it into your risk management, get educated, figure out how to do all those things, and then make it happen. Thank you for the grind always. Please shout out my wife's podcast. It's about NICU patients and child wellness. Just recorded a Father's Day episode with alltheunexpected.com. Thank you and well and love. Thank you, Puerto Rock, man. And shout out, go check out that podcast, NICU Parents and Child Wellness, and go to alltheunexpected.com and check it out and find out how, you know, parents of children that are born struggling at the very beginning stages of life, what they go through, and, you know, how they cope, what they do, and the methods they use. Because sometimes they may, you know, I don't want to get into it, but there's just, you know, sometimes there's not the best things going on around them where they're at, and they need some guidance to find their way out of all that stuff. And so that's just important for people to have that foundation, that backing, especially for my man Puerto Rock, who went through that. So thank you so much for putting that out there. Appreciate that. Yeah. We're always here to support a good cause if we can. All right. So the Phantom Short is growing quickly. Already up a big percentage there, like 10%. Now, the 15-minute is telling you that it's cooked. Like, that's not when I entered the short, personally. So even though it looks good and it's getting hefty, I'm waiting for it to come down. But I believe we're going to get a fake-out breakout back to the upside here. So that's why I don't think, you know, Bitcoin's about to start dumping too hard. It's like it's in the in-between stages. Overbought on that 15. And again, sometimes your trading style, you will miss things. But that's why you have a trading style. You'll stick to your style only. Okay? Finally got some bullish divergence on total 3. The entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's all the little coins, right? And you desperately needed to bounce. We talked about this bouncing all the way back down here. It came right here, and it's forming another bear flag. And the daily, like, if the daily can't get back above this zone, expect more downside. It's that simple. And expect to short more alts. So if you don't get above, like, $451 billion, expect the alts to go down even more. And, like, where is their measured move? It's scary, but it's the length of this pole here. And you're talking $250 billion, like $278 billion. So be careful, everybody. These alts could get smash-citied all the way to the downside. And honestly, at the beginning of the stream, I was having issues with my camera on the test. And it was, I believe it was the wire. This wire is garbage. It's not like copper plated, and it got super hot. It made everything hot. It made my stream key super hot, like in some other things. Now, I'm not getting that, you know? And now we got both cameras locked and loaded. We even have the banner. We have the social media banner. We're live streaming on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook right now, and YouTube, man. We're restreaming. Shout out to Restream. Shout out to the whole team at Restream. We love you guys. And we're seeing the viewership move. We're seeing the group grow. If you want to know how to find me, we have a link here to the Discord. It's also on Twitter. It's pinned on Twitter. But check me out, man. Join the Discord. And what I love about the Discord is you can jump on in. My team is super smart. We created a welcome center in the Discord so you can get a gist of what it's like to be there. All right? And you can kind of like get a hint. And you can see the gains we've made. You can see what people are saying. You can see like what I put out, the testimonials, and more. So just an amazing kind of experience to be in the market. And then you can also see me every single day in the calls we've been making. Like, we've been shorting at the right possible time. We've been longing at the right possible time. We didn't get caught off guard at all in this last move. And if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to find the bottom right now. We're going to do it. It is about 9:22. Of course, it's 22. Everything I do lately is on the 22 in 2022. I don't know what's up with that. 500 likes on a Sunday night. You guys didn't even make me groggle and beg. I can't believe that. I love the lifers. I knew the lifers are real. You guys are awesome. Appreciate each and every one of you. I got a little bit of a nose thing. I don't know why, but it's, I'm not sick. I'll tell you that. I'm just, it is what it is. But I do sound a little nasally. I'll give it to you. You are so funny, man. Love watching you. I can tell you're a real person and care about your viewers. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks, man. I don't know how people can tell these things about me, but I guess, just something about me. People know they can see a side of me that I can't hide. Like, God gave me that gift, man, Like, what lifer, what's hanging out with my family and a pastor? I know really well. That was return visiting from Boston. His church is planting in Boston. I had to tell him about the lifer, man. That's so cool, man. I appreciate that. That I would come up when you were talking about, like, with a priest. I am flattered, actually. It's pretty cool. A pastor. Lifer, you gave me the best pep talk of my life on the orange line after the Celtics game. Wow, Patrick Mello came, dude. Dude, Patrick, man. Dude, I saw these two kids. I can't believe you came to the live. I saw these two kids on the live stream. I was coming home for the Celtics game, And I said to them, I said, and if anyone might get offended by this, but I said, we just came from a huge stadium and, we're all emotional. I'm a little depressed. Celtics are down. Like, it's not fun. Like, I said, at the end of the day, though, some big organization made billions of dollars. Like, we all bought tickets. Everyone bought a bunch of plastic stuff from China, like a bunch of fingers. And like I'm sitting there with the Celtics patch I have now that I paid an extra $25 for and the Celtics jersey. And it's like, I bought a dream that night. And you know how many people bought 120? And I love the Celtics. Don't get me wrong. I love supporting your team. But, like, that was someone else's business, and that guy just got so rich off the hype, And I told him, like, go make your own business. Like, go start your own universe. Like, go start your own world. Like, you're right now. You can do it. You will do it. Man, I can't believe you came to the live, man. You're the man, dude. And so these two young kids actually gave me the time of day and started listening to my spiel. And I went in, man. And you know how I am. I started talking motivational. You could do anything you put your mind to. No one knows how good you are but you. Like, no one knows how great you are but you. And he looked deep me in the eye, and I knew he was listening. Patrick, man, I know exactly which one you were, too. You were the one a little to the left because you were really honed in. See, I know which kid you were on the train. Your buddy was on the right. You were on the left. You were the dude on the left, if I'm, and I have a photographic kind of idea. At a zero, always playing with us. Always on the ball. Shout out to EJ in Love Learning. At a zero. What are they saying? I'm always trying to find out what you guys are saying over here. Over here in the chat. Over here in the chat section. One day I opened my eyes. I was in the chat. I couldn't believe it. Shout out to everybody here in the live. I need to get a USB extender. Lifer, what do you think about ADA small time frames? I like trading small time frames at this time. Anything happening on a macro isn't enough to cancel any divergence on the charts. You're a smart man. When things are iffy, you play 10, you play the 15 minute, you play the 7 minute, you play the 1 hour, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's just like a boat. It's just like a surfer. If there's a lot of waves, you go in and out. You catch a few waves, you get in and out. If it's a rough seas, you're not in there all day, la-di-da, but so total market cap for 3 could go all the way back down to $200 billion, man. Wow. And E-mini futures, I don't think ES1 is going to be out there, right? The E-mini futures. Is that moving? It's always moving, huh? That's moving, Mile. E-mini futures are always moving. Funny. They might front run Bitcoin a little bit. Let's see what's happening. The daily wants to pump for E-mini futures, which is interesting. But the 1 hour is getting overbought, and it's at a point of control getting kind of rejected too. Look. See? It's about to dump back down. Not too sharp, but it's about to dump down too, just like Bitcoin. Look, E-mini futures is just like Bitcoin. You see this? Directly correlated assets. Look at this. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me clean this up. I want it nice and neat for the beginners because they're like, dude, this guy's got stuff all over the place. Someone might meet me for the first time and be like, what is he doing? Like, listen, I got this. Like, it doesn't look like you got it. Like, you've been hitting the, you've been touching the thing like you're over here, you're over there. Like, what are you doing over here? I mean, listen. Keep your mouth shut, kid, and just let me show you how to do this DA, huh? You capiche, huh? Keep your mouth shut. Let me show you how to do this over here. I got a guy. He does 2 triple bottoms in a row over there. So look. This was supposed to break to the downside. It did. Rising wedge. See this rising wedge? That was your measured move. Bada boom, bada bing, huh? Bing bong. I do bing bong because of Coney Island and because of, FYL, which I can't say, but you know what I'm saying. FYL. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. He's hilarious, dude. Nems, Gorilla Nems. Come on, man. You gotta like Nems. He means well, man. He means well. Wow, Max Arrow is still looking really nice from the last time we tracked it out. Still getting tight. Not too shabby, actually. You could see this thing blast. So just keep that on your radar. We'll take a look at it in a second. Don't let me forget about Max Arrow. Thing looks pretty shabby. Not too shabby, actually. So I'm just showing you the correlation here for Bitcoin, right? And we started right off the bat, rising wedges. I always just do this because I've seen, you know why? Because I've seen the 15 do miracle tosses on you. So I just had to wait, and you never know. We've thought it. Hardest, most real YouTuber there is, Gary, on my radar. Thank you so much, Crypto Rambler in the house, man. Appreciate you for jumping on in. 888 people on the live now. 7,850 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? 1,258,000 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? Unbelievable. So look how the S&P is in the rising wedge. Look, that even has a shoulder, head, and a shoulder about to dump to the downside. So E-mini futures front running Bitcoin, dump to the downside. That's taking Bitcoin back down. Probably here or even all the way to the falling wedge. So E-mini futures also pushing me to the short. However, I don't like opening up shorts when the 50-minute is overbought. So I would have to wait for this to bounce back up and do a bearish retest of this area. So I'm looking for the bearish retest. That's what I'm playing. Try to get back in, dump to the downside, and then I'll ride you. That didn't sound right at all. Oh, gosh. Just like didn't sound, and then I'll ride you. It's like, oh, straddling both sides of the fence. Oh, my gosh. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Everyone's freaking out about ETH. What are you doing to me, ETH? So I'm just showing you there's a likely chance Bitcoin will do a bearish retest and bounce and dump to the downside. I think we spent enough time on Bitcoin today. Let's see if there's something fun to trade, on this 4-hour time frame. Interesting enough, this may, you know, some of these things may trade against Bitcoin, but like this broke out. Now you just want to see it break back into the pattern, and then it could still get busy. It's also a falling wedge here. And it's like, it's not a perfect cup and handle, but it's kind of cupping. Bitcoin was just in one of these, and it did break out, you know. 4 hours overbought, about to bounce. I'm just saying, you know, even though it's a wacky pattern. But you don't have to trade like everybody else. If you trade like everybody else, where's your edge? You know, you got no edge if you trade just like everybody else. You got no edge. There's got to be some uniqueness to your trading. There's got to be a flick, a flare, a move, a spin, a swap. You know, there's got to be something you're doing that not everybody else is doing, that you can kind of pick up on and figure out when no one else is really paying attention. If you got that je ne sais quoi, look, this is about the move. I like this. Let's take a look at the 15 minute overbought. Yeah, so we put alerts down here, and this could fly if this comes back down to the downside. I like what we're seeing here. The short for JSMY, right? Waiting for the 15 minute to come down and then shorting JSMY to the upside. 147% gains possible. That's crazy. But I mean, possible short on JSMY, and the idea is going to use this short, right, on Discord. I'll put it in the alert section. That's why we're going to use the alerts. And everyone, not a normal night. I'm super exhausted. Like, I couldn't put out as many calls as I normally or go over. You know, I had to pack till 3 in the morning. Fell asleep at 4 a.m. literally, like 3 a.m. Woke up at 7:20. Tried to winkle out another 20 minutes. Had to get up at 8. I had to deflate a pool in my backyard, fix my sprinklers, make sure security system's working, right? Go over everything. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just do everything that you have to do, you know? Mow the lawn, freaking pack everything, break down my studio, get everything where I needed to go. But honestly, everything is going very, very well. I think my mom fixed the internet here too, and the internet is banging. Like, I'm super excited. When the internet's fine, I'm the happiest guy you've ever seen in your life. Like, this is a pretty slow site. I should actually take it off whenever I'm live streaming. It's the worst. And everybody, we don't seem to be latent anymore too, which seems to be great, right? No latency here. No. Yeah, latency here. Will you look at Tron for a short? Yeah, I mean, if the whole market shorts, Tron's going to short too. My kid too. So Binance bought $2 billion of Bitcoin to stabilize the price this weekend. Damn. Crypto is playing with my mind. Binance buys $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that. Let's get an extraction on that team. If that's going to be real, that's something good enough we could run that on the internet. That will help us get a little buzz. Let's run that. All right, check it out. No, January 2nd. Come on. Well, maybe it did it again, but Binance buys the dip. No. Let's see, June. No, June 19th, 12 hours for Binance, BUSD. Next prediction. Outlook for June. No, I don't know where you got that information, man. I don't know where you got that information, dude. Because I don't, expected volatility. The current expected volatility is around 3.67. Crypto collapse, crypto live. No, I don't know. No. Got my hopes up, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do stuff like that. We reading an article from January. That's what you're doing, right? And you're clowning us. Come on, bro. Don't do stuff like that. Smarten up, all right? So everything was in a free fall at the point of control. It was what it was. It was in a rising wedge. You knew it was going to go down on you. You just wanted to play yourself. And you were like, the TA is just not going to work out this time. Just this one time, I'm going to be right. And it's not going to happen. But you know what? It is going to happen. And you got smashed. And now you don't know what to do. And now you're crying. And so you're going to watch the cryptolifer because you're like, you know what? This guy's going to help me. And I'm just messing around with you guys. Come on. I wouldn't be like that guy. But look, we are looking for a bearish retest now. And this is going to be a beautiful short if that doesn't make it in. And then we're gone. So get ready for that. That's going to be a beautiful short. And how you play that short for the bear, how you play a bearish retest, I show you how to play a bearish retest. Technically, when you bearishly retest, the Stokes are going to get high on the asset. All right. So if you go to ETH3S right now, which will make you even more than the Bitcoin 3S because it'll have a better shave, right? Yeah, like it's Gillette. You know what I'm saying? Like the shave will be great. Like it smells like lemon limes, baby. You know what I mean? A better shave, better scalp. What I mean is you'll get more out of the freaking trade. Don't talk about, if you're making fun of me right now because I'm talking about how I shave, get a life, all right? No, I'm just messing around. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I'm just trying to make you laugh. And I don't know, I'm talking to you, or maybe even you. I'm not sure exactly who I'm talking to, but I might just be talking to you. You know, I started this stream and my camera froze 3 times. Thank God I'm stubborn, because stubborn. Most people would say, if you start that camera again, Sam, it's going to freeze during the live stream. I said, nah, you know what? I'm going to turn my camera off, let it cool, let it chill for a while, let it do its thing. And damn, I missed it. What'd you miss, Julio? Great reminder, Julio. Don't forget to take out profits, people. Shave what? You're the best, Sam. You give me the motivation to prove them all wrong. 24/7 Hustle family. Much love from Quebec, dude. Anytime, man. You're going to do it, dude. You're going to do it. All the haters, man, they're going to wish they were you. They're going to wish they were you, bro. They're going to wish they were you. And you're going to be like, I'm sorry, guys. You just can't be me, man. I'm sorry. Sorry. Not going to happen. I just want to give you one cool view. Hold on. Because we can get it ready for tomorrow's live stream, too. While we try and do different stuff here. How is that? I can't see that. Oh, yeah. And then you want more like... That's better. Oh! Oh! I want to try to get... I got to get a USB extender so I get this thing like way out where I want it. You know? Right now it's got a light in front of it. Once the light fall, that's what you don't want. Light is so hood because it like... I bought a... You know, I bought an Elgato Stream Key kit. Lighting kit, you know? It's a nice kit. It really is. It's a beautiful kit. I'm surrounded by Stream Key lights, you know? You guys saw the thing, you know? Gina for the win. Shout out to Gina. Gina, what did you do? Shout out to Scotty Seiss, man. Love you, Scotty. Thank you for jumping on in here. 633. Right when I saw it was at 633. Every time lately, it's on the 33. I don't know what's going on lately. I don't like how Binance and others know where our take profit and stop losses are. I know. Don't try to fix your sprinklers. They go back to the wrong thing in a week. It's frustrating. One day, you're going to catch yourself at midnight fixing those things. It's funny you said that because the same thing happened to me. It was the middle of the night. It's funny you said that because it already happened to me. I set my sprinklers. They were going all night for like a week and a half. And then I'm outside finishing my night, and I swear I hear a noise. And I'm like, that's weird. So I go outside, and it broke, and it popped out, and it just like 12 at night, just, and I'm in there. So I'm out there trying to push it in. It's all over my face. You know, I kinked the hose. I get it. All right, who wants to hear the story? I didn't get to tell the story, and then we got to show you how to find the bottom for Bitcoin. And then we'll probably be at 10 o'clock, and the show will end, you know. Set your stop and take profit as alerts in the trading view. Oh, yeah, you know Sammy really from the bottom where he wears the shorts under the pants. Yo, wait. Johnny Knox? Oh, yeah, you know Sammy from the bottom where he wears the shorts. How do you know I had shorts under the pants? How'd you know I had shorts under the pants? Oh, you could see in the camera, huh? Ah, you really from the bottom? That's how you know I'm from the bottom, baby. Rocking the shorts under the pants. That's funny because today I had like my keys in my pants, right? So I'm walking by this family, and I just go right in my. I had to get my wallet to pay for something, right? But my wallet was in my shorts, right? But my shorts are underneath my pants. I got shorts underneath my pants. So like, I freaking like, I see this family like walking to breakfast, and I'm not thinking, like I wasn't trying, you know. And I got my hand like this, and I'm grabbing my wallet out of my shorts. I pulled my wallet out. I'm like, yo, and then I was trying to get more stuff to prove that like I was getting stuff out of my pockets, and it was just looking more awkward. And then it was getting weird, and I was like, man, I gotta stop. You know, it's so stupid, man. Oh my God. And it's like, yo, no, it's not what you think. I'm just trying to get my wallet because I'm trying to get some food. Man. Sam, our generation always wore shorts under the pants because you never know when the game of 21 gonna break out, man. Wife or come get your mans. Sammy versus the pockets. More than 2 shakes and you're playing with it. This guy's so... Sammy, you're a real one for having them shorts under the pants. I see you, fam. That's how it was growing up, man. Shout out to Jason Mack, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Sam, you guys are funny. No. So if you want to hear the story, though, so here's the story. I hope my parents don't hear this story. I don't want my parents to hear this, all right? Because if they find out, they're going to be pissed, all right? So check this out. There's a boat. You have to take a boat to get to my parents' house, right? And just get through this. And then I'm going to show you, if you can get through the story, I'm going to show you how to find the bottom for Bitcoin. It's worth it. It's going to be worth it, all right? Look at the divergence on the East Short right now. Look, swing down to swing down. And swing up to swing up here, down on the RSI. I mean, it's just telling you that thing's cooking, good looking. Anyway, so you got to get on the boat. When you get on the boat, you got to be there 30 minutes in advance. So if you have like a 12:20 boat, you got to show up at like 11:45, 11:50. Because everyone has to get in a line, and they call the cars, and the cars fill up the boat. And then they try to find how many spaces they have. And if they have an extra space, they throw someone on the boat. And so if you're not there after that, they fill up the boat. So basically, if you don't go 20, if you're not there, they basically, you lose your reservation. And there's no reservations. I've been trying to make them. My wife had to make me one like weeks ago. And if you try to make a new one, so I would have been stuck in a parking lot, number one, if you missed your boat, and this live stream wouldn't have happened. All right. So I'll tell you how this live stream happened today. Sam grew up hooping with us brothers, man. Shout out to Sub-Zero, man. I love you, bro. No, I did, man. I grew up with all walks of life, white, black, Spanish, but I did grow up around a lot of my black Africans, you know what I'm saying? African American kids in the inner city. I grew up in Boston, and my first friend Matt Hood, dude, his last name was Hood. True story. Like, his dad was Officer Hood. True story. His name was Matt Hood. One of my friends. Shout out to Matt Hood, man. And we had a rap group together, me, Matt, and my man Ethan. We called the Cabal, and we were like 13 rapping. Man, he was called Nine Mizzy. I was called Immortal, infinitely making music on records to a higher level. It was an acronym, infinitely making music on records to a higher level. Immortal with an H in it. And then my other dude was Geist, the Poltergeist. And we were the Cabal, man. And we wrote rhymes every day. We had a rhyme book. We passed it around. It was crazy, man. So check it out. Sammy, shorten the pants to the upside for gains. Banging on them, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for the $60, man. You guys hit me up with the super chats. So listen, so you had to get on the boat. I had to get on the boat by 11:50. I had to be there, right? So my smart butt, right? I'm super hungry. I'm not thinking that clearly. Obviously, it's this morning. I'm driving, and I want to go get a breakfast sandwich. And I see this place. It's called Percy's Place. It says the most. No, let's see. Let's look at it together, because you can see why I had to go in there. All right. It was called Percy's Place in Falmouth, and it said like the best. It said like the best food in all of like. Yeah, we stayed overnight. It's an inn. I don't know. It was like it's on TripAdvisor, and they were like it's the best. The biggest breakfast menu in all of New England. That's what it said. And I was like, man, I gotta check this out. So I pull over, and it's like 11:45, and I'm like, all right. They'll take 10 minutes. It'll be 11:50. I'll get to the spot at 12 o'clock. They let you slide 20 minutes. You know, half an hour, 20 minutes, and I'll be fine. I'll be completely fine. So I pull over, right, and I order the 2 sandwiches, you know. And the waitress was absolutely, like, she was one of the most stunningly beautiful women I've ever seen. I mean, my wife is far more beautiful, but she was stunningly beautiful. Anyway, so... I even gave them, I usually don't give a tip to go. Like, it's rarely I give a tip to go. Like, you're going to go. But I still gave a tip to go. Like, it was like 20. I gave like 24, 20, 25 or whatever. And I was like, and I was hoping it would also kind of rust the order or something. I don't know, So, all right, it goes by. I'm a little cold. I go and put on these. I had shorts on. This is how it all started. I had shorts on and a shirt. But I was cold. So I went and I put these pants on and a sweatshirt. All right, and I'm going to get the breakfast. If you stay through the sandwich, I'm going to show you through this sandwich story. I'm going to show you how to find the bottom for Bitcoin. So I see people leaving, but I'm going to show you guys something unreal. So this gets crazy though. So next thing you know, it's like 11:50, 11:55, 10 minutes go by. And I'm cool. I walk to my car just to relax. I'm like, they'll come out. They'll be there in 2 seconds and I'll be out of here. Then it's like 12. Now it's like 12:02. Now I put in the GPS. I'm still 7 minutes away. It says I'm going to get there like 12:10. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to miss the boat at this point. And if I miss the boat, what am I going to do? So at this point, I say, hey, you know, real nicely, I say, you know, it's been 20 minutes. I kind of need those sandwiches. And if I don't get those sandwiches, like, I'm going to just have to leave because, like, I can't. Like, and you can just, I said, that's fine. You can just give them to someone else. Like, it's all good. I just want you, I don't want you calling my name. Like, you're going to have to give those sandwiches to someone else. Right? So, she's like, all right, it'll be 2 minutes. Like, 2 minutes. I'm like, are you sure? Because, like, I don't even think I have 2 minutes. And, like, I just keep staring at the GPS. Now my heart starts to race for whatever reason. And I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, like I can't, it's like, how, like, I'm going to miss the boat. Like, why did I put myself in this position? But I want the sandwiches. I was like, now I got to walk away. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gone. And I walk out. And then I like, at the last minute I turn and she's there in the kitchen with them. And she's like trying to put them in a bag. And I'm like, don't even put them in a bag. I'm like, throw them to me. Just throw them to me. And I'm like screaming in the restaurant. Everybody is staring at me. Like, I snatch them. I like fall out of the restaurant onto the floor. Like, no lie. Like, my sunglasses fall on the ground. I pick them up. I grab the sandwiches. Like, I throw them on the seat. I get in the car. Like, and I'm racing through this little town, like, trying to get where I need to go. And, like, now the guy in front of me is just, like, not fast enough. I'm like, come on. Like, come on. Like, damn it. I'm trying to miss the freaking boat. You know, I'm shoving the sandwich in my mouth. It's an awesome sandwich, by the way. It was cinnamon raisin toast, like, homemade. Egg and cheese. Oh, it was amazing. Like, and I'm just like, so I get there and then I see the people getting ready for like the 1 o'clock and they're in line. I'm like, if I wait in line, I see my boat, I'm gonna miss it. So I don't cut them. I go around everybody and I just go to the little house and I'm like, God, I'm gonna miss the boat, blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah, that happens, man. And they love when these people, like, you know, all these rich snobs come from New York and they're just like, oh, you missed your boat, huh? And these are hardworking guys from like Woods Hole, Massachusetts, and they're like, oh, you can call this number, have a good one. So they do that to me and I'm like, no, man, like, I can't. Like, my dad's legs are swollen. Like, I haven't seen my dad. Like, it's like Father's Day. It could be the last day I ever see my father. Like, you know, and honestly, it was a little bit of a stretch, but it could have been one of the last days I ever see my father. And I just demand, I'm like, no, like, you must put me on this boat. And I realize I'm going to miss the live stream too. Like, I'm probably going to have to drive all the way back home and live stream again from home. It was going to be a mess. And I was like, no, like, you must put me on the boat. I have to be on this boat. And they're like, nah, dude, like, too bad. And the other dude has an attitude. And like, then you should have missed your boat, man. And I was like, seriously, man? I was like, my dad is old. His legs are swollen. I was like, and on Father's Day, I can see my boat. It's right there. I was like, I can see it. I was like, I can see it. I was like, and you're not going to put me on? Like, and at this point, I think they're going to call the cops on me and, like, call me a disturbance. And I don't know what else to do. And I'm like, yo, like, and now I'm freaking out. Now I'm like, I think I'm really going to miss the boat. I'm like, I'm missing this boat. And I'm like, no. And, like, next thing you know, like, I just kept saying, like, in my mind, I basically said, like, if you will it, it will happen. I said, no, I will get it. It has to be the way I see it. Like, I have to get onto the boat. Like, the reality that I have projected has to be what happens. It can't be other. There's no other reality. Like, the only reality out of the situation is I end up on the boat. Like, they were trying to present a different reality to me, and I was just trying to say, no, like, it's going to be this reality. Like, and I wasn't being rude. And finally, I said, please, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't mean to be rude. Like, and I even said, I think I'm having a heart attack. I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack. Like, I was just like, I was getting so anxious, you know? So anyways, like, all right, go see JB. Maybe he'll let you on. Like, and I drive my car to JB, and the guy's like, all right, like, go get a ticket. And he's like, he found a little place, and I got on the boat, you know? And I ended up making it. But, like, and the sandwiches were amazing. Like, the sandwiches were amazing, you know? Yeah, I mean, but they weren't going to let me on. And then I was going to sit there and wait, and it was going to be horrible, man. So this short looks beautiful to the upside. I like the 1 hour point of control right there. You get above that, look for a bounce too. 200-day moving average moving through the bottom of the pattern. I like what I'm seeing here. Yeah, this looks like a lovely short, honestly. Like, that looks lovely. 83% gains out of the Tron short. Look at the MACD about to turn. Everything you want in a move here. Honestly, anything could happen. It is a bit of a descending triangle, so you could see a dump. I mean, you know, it's high risk, high reward when you're trading with Bitcoin right now. But right now, a coin that lost a peg, that's not doing too well. It's probably the next one to take a bit of a beat down. I never liked Tron, to be honest. I traded at the beginning of all this when it all started, you know, like when we first had these, when Tron first came out, it was like less than a penny, went to 27 cents. This is also hidden bullish divergence. That swing up, that swing down. It tells me that the whole trend in itself should continue to the upside. 83% gains shorting Tron. I mean, we're seeing a lot of shorts starting to play out here. Everyone, I scan the markets every single day on a live stream, and every single day we kind of see the higher probabilities in our face. You don't even need to see me say anything. You just got to see what it's saying. And you can see right now we're seeing some movement here. The Tron short definitely wanting to play out here. The Tron short definitely looking sketch city. Tron looks sketch city. The Tron short looks like it may be at for beautiful gains. So just something to think about. I am looking at that. It's on my radar. Thank you for the Tron short. Shout out to everybody here. Let me jump back into that chat. I really want to like get immersed in the chat right now. You should give him one of the sandwiches. One of the sandwiches. It's funny you said that. Someone said the same thing to me. You know, I should have said, hey, man, I have an egg and cheese. But then they would have known I went and stopped at an egg and cheese, and I don't think they would have been that happy about it. It's funny. Thank God he didn't lean into my car because he would have seen the 2 egg and cheese, and I'm like, yo, my dad, man. But, like, he's like, oh, your dad? But you had time to go get an egg and cheese, though, huh? And I would have been like, yeah, I was hungry. Do you put your charts upside down? I always put my charts upside down all the time. However, we got something funky with my keyboard selection here. I almost have to remove last pass because, like, when I hit I, it's doing it. That dude just wanted the egg and cheese. Nah, that would have been funny, but he didn't know about my egg and cheese. You know what I'm saying? 200 Bitcoin bought at 19,675. Fat Bitcoin being bought. RUNE, baby, RUNE. RUNE tends to be a mover when no one's paying attention. We'll also take a look at waves. Waves is something I like to see too. RUNE has some bullish divergence here. This is interesting on the 4-hour. However, it's overbought and coming down. I'd put an alert here, and I wouldn't touch it till RUNE comes back down on that stochastics RSI. All right, let me make that. How did that screen get small? And honestly, as the bear market continues, you're going to see less and less YouTubers out there. And this channel is going to continue to grow because we're going to take that market share, man. It's just like companies that don't want to do the work. You know, we're going to take the market share. Like, we're going to be the company. We're going to be here 10 years from now. You know, 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? Going all the way for our calls. Like, hands down, you know. Crisscross applesauce, baby. Patty cake. No, wait, I'm super new. Why do you flip your charts upside down? Because it helps you think about, like, a bias that you may or may not have. For instance, like, if you think a trade's going to go one way, but then you flip it upside down, you're like, I would definitely short that. Then you could long. Or if you would definitely long, you're like, man, maybe I should short. You know, it gives you a perspective that you may not have seen before, you know. It just kind of like presents an idea that, you know, switches it back on you. I was thinking you already knew about as I told you about it. One's for me, one is for dad. Here, you can have mine. Shout out to David Brumley Jr., man. I should have remembered that. I was just on there like 50 hours ago. Cheese does not go with eggs. Tastes horrible. Americans are weird. Oh, we love cheese and eggs, man. It tastes amazing. Don't tell us about our egg and cheese. You'll offend a lot of Americans here. I thought you were going to say you bribed the guy with your second sandwich. Go back to the restaurant page and put that in there. Testimonials, lifer. That was perfect. Seriously, bro. You're the only channel that has me literally laughing out loud, man. Thanks, man. Cup and sandwich to the upside. Yeah. You should give him one of the sandwiches. You guys are awesome, man. Bison 940 was in, and I'm still wearing shorts out of my sweats. I keep shorts and an older pair of J's in the car, man. You're funny, man. Tron short, man. Tron looking nice to me. Looked like we could get a nice pump out of Tron. S&P also didn't make it out alive. That inverted was trying to make a move. Got rejected by the right shoulder and dumping on the 4-hour. Yikes. That's a bearish retest. Look for the S&P to continue down. That could take down Bitcoin as well. Look for lower lows for Bitcoin. We may get 17K again. That may not be the first time you see 17K. Bearish divergence here on the 4-hour for the dollar index. We did get rejected. The dollar index need to continue to go to the downside. We had this head and shoulder that did play out. We called that. I wanted a lower time frame. But so far, it is beginning to dump. I want to see this bearish divergence play out. Let's take a look at the daily time frame for the dollar index. Still pointing to the downside here. I want to see this struggle back down and continue down. Come on, make your M and dump, please. If it breaks back above this, we will have trouble for Bitcoin, and it will change this whole scenario that we got rejected by this 1989 rejection. All right, now we're going to get into my super cool ways to find the bottom for Bitcoin. You guys stayed here. We have 600 people stay the whole time. I've never seen retention like this, and we got no BitBoy, no other show kind of like competing with us. So Sunday night is becoming the show of shows. Check it out. So if we take a look here at Bitcoin, right? And we take a look at the all-time history index. And shout out to Dingo. Dingo put me onto this. It might take me a second to figure it out, so bear with me. Just bear with me. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take away my VPVR. I got 2 of them. I don't need to. I'm going to take away these moving averages. I'm going to double-click the chart. I'm going to get rid of everything, all right? You're going to go up here to indicators. You're going to type in MA. MA. And MA, all right? You're going to put in the 800, right? All right. And double click it. Hit that style, turn it blue, make it a little thicker. That's good. All right. Go here. And actually, no, yeah, forget that. Get rid of the 800. Get rid of this. Then I'll just add my 5 MAs. All right. And check this out. We need the 21, the 50, and we're going to go to the daily time frame. We're going to look at the last few bottoms that we've ever had. Watch this. Check this out. This is nuts. Hi, my name is Sam Price. I'm a professional crypto trader. I'm also known as cryptolifer on YouTube. Today I want to show you a pretty unique way which team and people and analysts that I've worked with have showed me how to find a bottom for Bitcoin. This is quite interesting. We're going to take a deep dive back into 2014, 15. We're going to show you some amazing data. Check this out. We're deep diving into Bitcoin, and we have the 800 moving average on. A moving average I've never really added, but my buddy Dingo sat me down. He showed this to me. I started backtesting it myself, and by golly gee oh my, it looked pretty interesting. So I'm going to go all the way back here to this time, prehistoric days. But and we could even go way back here too, to the beginning when this first really began. All right. Actually, the 800 we can't use it there, so we're going to go back to this first part here, which is in about 2015. And so you can see what happens is we have the 21-day moving average, which crosses. All right. We're going to zoom in here and show you. And when the 21 crosses, we're getting pretty close to the low. And then the 50-day crosses tends to be the exact bottom. So we'll put a line there. When the 50 crossed this 800-day moving average, it happened to be very close. And then when the 100 crossed right there, it kind of meant that we were out of it. The 80 crossed right there, and it was almost very close too. So in between the 50 and the 100 tends to be the bottom for Bitcoin, all right, when the 800-day moving average moves through. So we have that. That's one time, all right? Now, one time is just one time. It means nothing, right? Here we have another bottom for Bitcoin, okay? And you can see, we would kind of have this low. And here we have that 200-day, the 800-day moving average, this blue line here. And I could actually change it to something different because the other one is kind of blue too, right? Whatever. But the point of the story is when the 21 crossed below the 800 right here, right? See this? And then the 50 crossed, and then the 100 would cross above. But that was a bottom right there for Bitcoin too, and we would continue to the upside. When the 21 crossed, the 50 crossed. Now we were already above the 100. It had already crossed but that was a temp bottom, and we would boom from that area. Here you can see it again, but we don't cross the area, and we're too low. Now we're trying to find out all these different areas that we saw. Now here, this is the run up to 20K. This is 2017, 2019. And here's our bottom in 2019. And again, when the 21 crosses the 800, the 50, the 80, and the 100. And when the 100 finally crosses, it's the end of the bottom. And that the bear market happens between the 21 and the crossing of the 50, and then you're done. And then you get your move on the 800 moving average. Here again, we have a temporary bottom when the 21 would cross, and that would be it. Here we had our pandemic black swan event. Again, 21 and the 50. Okay? And then you would be on your way. So, do we see anything like that happening now? Well, by golly gee oh my, the 21 and the 50 have just crossed. The 80 is coming, and the 100 is getting very, very close. So it doesn't mean that it's over for sure, but it means somewhere in this area, we are bottoming out, because we've seen this ever since Bitcoin's entire life cycle. This is very interesting to see. I haven't seen anybody talk about this at all. My team brought it to my attention. Someone in my team who does deep research, who's been with me for over a year, figured this out. So I'm not going to claim I figured this out, but I'm able to see it and actually, teach it and, bring it to light very nicely and sweetly and completely. So if you like this, if this excites you, there's a very high likelihood we could be somewhat close to the bottom for Bitcoin. Anything is possible. It'd be a multi-year bear market, but there's also a highly likely that we could be close. There's also a huge bullish divergence here for Bitcoin. So that is exciting. If you like this and the way I go over charts and the way we talk about it and the new, unique, and insightful ways we look at moving averages and things of that nature and divergences, I go live from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I would love to see you there. I also have a Discord for $99 a month. Jump on in. I also tutor and do one-on-ones and group tutoring. There's so much for you to learn. Become a cryptolifer. I'll see you on the next live stream. All right, so that's cool. All right, secondly, I told you there's going to be two. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. All right. And even just knowing how to do these things takes like years of practice and playing around. And while everyone else is watching video games and playing video games or watching something, I'm in the charts, playing it, playing my charts, doing my thing, right? Second thing we're going to look at here is this indicator that I learned how to create, which is the Pi Cycle indicator, right? Pi Cycle is unbelievable. Shout out to Jose, man. I talked to Jose today, if you guys can believe it. Remember Jose? He hit me up today. I talked to him on Telegram. I was hitting him up. I have no problem with Jose. He's a great dude, man. I got serious, I had my own thing to do. I just I was focused on whatever I was doing. But Jose was a beautiful guy, man. No issues with me and Jose. Nice guy. I get rid of the stock to flow. I don't need it. But this is Pi Cycle. We'll take a look at it on the weekly here. Now, the Pi Cycle is an amazing indicator, all right? And let me show you what it does and how it kind of works, all right? It's made up of a red line and a green line, all right? Me being colorblind, but I can still see these ideas. Now, when we zoom in here, you can see whenever the red line and the green line cross, it's basically a top for Bitcoin, And it started to pump really here, right? These cross right around there. That was your top for Bitcoin. False top. They cross right around here, top for Bitcoin. When they get far apart, it becomes a bottom. When they get really far apart, specifically too, with the blue line in Manila, huge bottom for BTC, right? And here we go again. Look, they touch right there, top for Bitcoin. Now, we knew this around this area. I taught this. I made a video about this showing you where the top would be. And when this happened, we actually said this is a possibility this could be the top. Some people tried to downplay it. So we knew that was the top before it happened. I actually made a video about it. I didn't heed my own advice. I was even into a little bit of the Kool-Aid. Here we knew that was the top for sure. I'll give you that. However, when we bottomed down here, we did buy on these lows on the divergences, which was interesting. There was a divergence there, a very strong one, which I was able to call. I was able to see this bounce before it happened. I was able to see this dump before it happened based on divergences. Now we're finally breaching this area like what we do where we get into this like lower wickage area, and we're super low for Bitcoin. I mean, and the Pi Cycle lines are super far apart. You see this? And look, see when this yellow line hits the blue line? See how that created a bottom right there? See when this hit the blue line? Wasn't your bottom yet. But it was pretty close. Like, look, that was 241 and we would go to 220. I mean, it was $20 from the bottom, right? See? See when the green line hits the blue line? Are you sticking with me here? And no one actually showed me the blue line and the green line. I'm freestyling right now, but it's making a lot of sense. Look right here. The blue line hits the green line. Look how close we are to the bottom. And the bottom happens at the beginning, and then we retrace up. Here, you hit a bottom, and then even though you go through a multi-year bear market, look, Bitcoin goes $2, rips up to 6, comes back down to 4, but it never goes back to 2. Here, we hit a bottom here at 215, rips up to 800, rips back down to 6, 5, but it never goes back to 200. You see? And here we have the blue line hitting the green line. We dump here. Here we went low. I think this black swan, we never should have made a lower low than that. We were just going to continue up just like Bitcoin normally does. And lo and behold, we're about to hit that green line. When it crosses, by golly gee oh my, like that's when you want to start buying. So if this green line crosses the blue line on the Pi Cycle chart on logarithmic Bitcoin, I'll tell you right now, that's going to be, and then look, it hasn't crossed yet. See that? But it's very, very close to a bottom. So just another idea, kind of conveying the idea that we are very, very close to a cycle top, a cycle bottom for Bitcoin. And with that, everybody, I'm going to leave it for the night. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. We're going to get through those super chats real quick. Send in a super chat if I missed it. Let me know. I want to see what's going on. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 635 people, 619 likes. Let's pump. Shorts had their fun. Let's pump. Shorts had their fun. 800 MA on the 15-minute is the same as the 200 on the 1 hour, which is the same as the 50 on the 4 hour and the 20 on the 10 hour. It's all math. Tells the past points towards the future. It is. Really doesn't give you, you know, and they all get mapped out. Like, just like the 200 is the 400, you know, on the 2 week. PTC reset. Thank you, Life, for amazing weekly candle close stream. Super Sam, thank you. Short. And let me look at my final idea for Bitcoin. I tell you, I don't open up shorts when the 50-minute is high, so I put an alert here. This is going to reset. Bitcoin's going to have a little bit of a rally, and then I believe the shorts are going to take over somewhere around 2 to 3 a.m. You never really know exactly when, but somewhere around 2, 3 a.m. So look, there it is. There's the bounce on the 50-minute that I was telling you we were going to get. And look, it's right here at this point of control. Honestly, look, I'll show you what happened. I'll show you what happened right now. Watch how fast I do this. Point of control rejection. Beautiful. All right. Bang. $17K bounce. All right. Next beautiful resistance, bounce off support and resistance. Excellent. Now look at this. Now look, you have a line. You even had this going. And then you have this going. So you're going to bounce on the 15, in my humble opinion. Get rejected by the point of control again. Maybe do a bullish pop. Now, if you come and bounce, then you're golden. It's more likely this is a fake out, breakout, bearish retest to the downside. I'm still humble on the short based on the 4 hour, and then that might make an M. And look at the bearish resist. Look at this. I'm just showing you. See how this swings down here on the RSI and price action swinging up? I mean, that's bearish divergence. So I think this is a fake out, breakout around 20K. I'm sticking short. I'll post a short later at the right possible time. My team will be on it. I think we're going to put, you know, so everybody, I believe shorts of the game. I posted a few shorts already in the group. Kind of get you where, see you where my head is at on the 4 hour. However, we're putting alerts in the 15-minute before we enter the shorts. So I don't enter the shorts until the 15-minute resets. Then we're ready to go. Pi cycle bottom by 2D. This is going to call bottoms too. Look at this tries to call bottoms. This pi cycle bottom. Call that one. Call that one. Honestly, man, I'll go by them because the last time the tops hit, then the next time this calls a bottom, I'm going to go all in. I'm telling you right now. Like, no, without a doubt. Like, I'm not joking. I see this flash a bottom signal. I'm buying. I'm buying because I refuse to listen to the top signal, and I knew it before it happened. So that's one thing I will take a shot on. And if I'm wrong, so be it. But that's something I would take a shot on. Again, don't do anything I do on this channel. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But, man, there's how you call the cycle bottom. Pi cycle bottom by Tutti Frutti. By Tutti, man. Unreal. Today was an amazing live stream. We went through a lot. I showed you how it's not just TA. It's more of a macro vision of the world. Seeing what we're looking at through all different eyes. And, look, we're waiting for this short to reset to the downside. Come down like this, look, bounce right here, and then boom. This thing could make some bacon on the beach. Shout out to anyone who wants to make bacon on the beach tonight. There may be some gains to be had. Also, the stock market not being open tomorrow might actually make it a little easier to trade without the volatility. It's not a normal Sunday night, but just be careful. All right, just be careful. But I am looking at these shorts, but I'm waiting for the alerts on the 15-minute. Please be careful. Make sure you have your own plan. Never get into any buddy stuff blindly. All right, Never do that. Shout out to everybody here watching on Twitter. Unbelievable. One viewer on Twitter. I appreciate you, man. That's funny to me. Bromancing is funny. But I gave you all my what I believe is going to happen today. Pump of the 15, rejection by the 1 hour and the 4 hour, back to the downside. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It could come back. We could get a bullish retest and pump to the upside. You're going to look for the retest. That's why everyone's like a trader. No, good traders know that the point of control is going to change, and it could change in the half an hour. And which way it goes is how you enter the short. Or, you know, so you do all your work. You find out your areas. You look at where other traders are taking interest. You look at fib areas, points of controls, volume, and then you assess the situation and you decide your plan. And then you execute the plan if it goes to plan. Only and only then. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I love you all. Thank you so much. Did I miss a super chat? Let me know. I hope I did. I think I did. Gareth Soloway confirmed we hit the bottom until fourth quarter, going to 30K. Thanks. Appreciate the dedication. Did you do FRR? No, you're right. Thank you for saying that. Front row. Okay, so this is going to be kind of, just going to watch Bitcoin a little bit, but it is over. Look, everything else I was showing you, like the shorts, oversold in the 15, just like Bitcoin, but if you should be high on the, no. Okay, so the 1 hour does want to pop on this. Okay, so this is different than everything you're saying. I see what you're saying. Now, again, no guarantees. You're like trying to catch a falling knife here. But yeah, even a pattern trade out of the zone back to the top of the pattern looks to be efficient. Even if it's in a downtrend and it won't get out. Good pattern trade to this high volume node right here. See? Possibly 54% gains. It's a high risk trade though. And if Bitcoin dumps, this could dump as well. You do see some exaggerated divergence there. You're low on all the time frames. And you're you know, I appreciate you putting that out there. I actually think it's worth putting out to the group. It's worth something for everyone to kind of look at and be aware of. I appreciate that. FRR USDT on KuCoin. And what was that? A subscriber or someone just hit another super chat? What was that? Happy Father's Day to all the Lifer fam. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. You know, a moment of silence for Juneteenth. We also said for anyone that ever felt like they were in slavery and and anyone who was in slavery. Like, how dare anyone put anyone in slavery? That's horrible. Shout out to the 655 likes, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, everyone.